know what time it is? It's the King Ducky Show. Quackle out of the game like you don't give a fuck. Come on. I can't hear you quacking, y'all. Come on, quack. 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 Quack.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the King Ducky Show. How is everybody doing? What are we vibing to? What is up? It is past Valentine's Day. Everybody should be relaxed by now. We should stop feeling depressed about all the happy couples that we walk past on the way to going to get our double fuck frappuccinos from Starbucks. I mean, honestly, it's either the frappuccino or a toaster bath. I mean, I would choose the frappuccino, but either way it goes. How is everybody doing today, though? Are we doing good? Have you guys ever seen or come across somebody who just felt a little too big in their britches or had a little bit too much power? Like they had a little bit too much power given to them way too quickly, and they kind of abused that power to fuck with people that were under them. I have a feeling a lot of you guys are thinking I'm talking about cops. I'm not talking about cops. I'm talking about one of my drill sergeants that I had back in AIT, Fort Gordon. So I had just graduated basic training. In basic training, you're given a little bit of freedom and a couple things to watch over. Keep track of, make sure you have everything, right? You're given your common access card. You're given your PT belt, your uniforms, both duty uniforms, dress uniforms, and PT uniforms. Ear pro, eye pro, all that fun shebang. But the most important pieces to a military member, especially Army, because that's the only one that I'm really proficient in, but the most important piece to a military member is their common access card and their dog tags. See, those things are the soldier. If a soldier didn't have those, he was a piece of shit and he couldn't identify himself pretty much, even though you could pull that information up and whatever. They never really scanned your CAC at the gate anyway. They just kind of just or fucking. I even had one dude at the gate make the beeping noise that the fucking scanner made. I pulled up on my bike. He grabbed my CAC. It was like 3 a.m. and he went beep. So do with that information as you will. But no. So I pulled into AIT my first night and everything was great. I had my new wallet that I bought pretty much straight out of basic training. No, it wasn't multicam. And no, it didn't say I'm better than your boyfriend or whatever boots are doing these days. It was just a brown wallet because mine was beat to shit through basic training. So I needed a new one. And I had my phone because I bought a new phone too right at basic training because before basic training, I was a broke bitch and I used the same phone for like 8 years. So I had to buy a new phone. I bought a new wallet, new phone, and I went to AIT. When I pull into AIT, I head over to my barracks. Shout out to Delta 551 if it's still fucking standing. Not too sure if it is though, because halfway through my time at AIT, I got switched like right before, like 2 days before I graduated, because I was going to a special base. And so I had to be a holdover until my base would send orders. But I'll talk about that here in a second. So halfway through my AIT time, I was moved from Delta 551 to Echo 551. But we're talking about Delta 551. The situation happened there. I don't remember the drill sergeant's name, so I'm not going to call him out, but that's probably like OPSEC somewhere. So I'm not going to be calling out anybody. But I pulled up to my base, to my barracks, and I checked in. And they were like, okay, you can have your CAT card and everything in your wallet, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, cool. All right. So I go upstairs. I meet my roommates. I set up my little corner, my little third of the room, and set up my wall locker, and I go about my day. All right. A couple of months go by through AIT and everything's fine. Go to school, come back, fucking lollygag, fiddle fuck around, go to chow, come back, fiddle fuck for like an extra 30 more minutes, do fucking attendance, roll call, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fucking drill sergeant walks through the hall where he's just like, where's shit face? And it'd be like, he's taking a shit. Fucking get him out here. Get him out here. And be like, well, all right, shit face, come out of the shitter. And fucking he'd come out, balls in his hand, CAT card, everything ready to go. That's roll call. Well, this special night, roll call was female drill sergeant. We were all ready to go. The female drill sergeant, she was a little bit bitchy. I guess she never really got enough dick or something. I can say that now because she's not my drill sergeant anymore. But I guarantee she didn't get enough dick because she was always bitchy and looking for some way to fuck up the privates. She was waiting for a reason to fuck us up. So she was coming up doing roll call, and everyone could already tell she was pissed, partially because me and my hallway, we were the outlaws. Like our hallway were the outlaws. So we were screaming, ain't no party like an outlaw party. And fucking, we could hear from downstairs drill sergeant say, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to fuck up every single one of y'all till y'all are jumping out your fucking windows. So we kind of shut the fuck up, and she came upstairs all pissed to hell. And we did a roll call. Then we went back into our rooms until lights out, right? And my normal routine is brush my teeth, put my wallet, my phone, my PT belt, all on my nightstand. Because it's my nightstand, I'll put it on top of there like every normal human being, including probably every single one of you who listen to this podcast probably do that. You guys probably sit there right before you go to bed, you plug your phone in on the charger, set it on your nightstand. If you smoke or vape, you plug it in, set it on your nightstand. Wallet, keys, anything important that you know you can't forget about, you set it on that nightstand. I mean, shit, even during the COVID times, I assume we all put our masks on that fucking nightstand. I know I did, but I digress. I put everything on my nightstand and I went to go take a shower, and I come back and everything's good. I tell my battle buddies good night because that's what you do. I'm going to sleep at AIT. When you got 3 motherfuckers in your room, you pretty much do what you got to do to make it through. Fucking one battle buddy was over there in the corner jacking off. The other battle buddy in the corner was playing his 3DS. And I was putting on some fucking music, putting in my headphones and going to sleep. Drill sergeant comes in and does her bed checks, and I'm a light sleeper. So I wake up immediately as soon as she opens the door. But if I'm awake when she walks in, she's going to be like, go to fuck to sleep. Just like every other drill sergeant. They'll be pissed off and they'll be like, why the fuck are you awake? They'll be like, oh, you already want to start PT? Fucking, So I pretend to be asleep as she walks in, and I hear her fucking with something, right? So next morning, I didn't even think to check until I woke up again because I was just like, man, fuck it, I'll deal with it in the morning. Next morning, I wake up usually about 20, 30 minutes before PT, and there's a sticky note on my desk, on my nightstand that says, come see me. And the only thing sitting there was my fucking driver's license, my Texas driver's license. If any of you know where Fort Gordon is, it's in Georgia. So this bitch took my driver's license out of my wallet, set my driver's license on the nightstand, and had taken my phone, my earbuds case, my wallet, my PT belt, and I can't remember. There was one more thing left on my shit, but I can't remember what it was. She took all that shit, and my wallet was what pissed me off the most. And so I walked downstairs, right? I'm like, all right, I'm about to ruin this bitch's day. I was like, do you have my shit, drill sergeant? And she says, yeah, I got your shit. Why'd you leave it unsecured? I was like, no, no, thank you. Why'd you take my stuff? She's like, well, it has your common access card in it and it is unsecured. I said, what? Listen here, bitch. Excuse my French, drill sergeant. I will push as much as you want me to after I get done talking, but let me finish talking. Now, we're both grown-ass adults. I know you drill sergeants love to treat us recruits as children, but we're both grown-ass adults. We've been through a little bit of life. We're all doing this shit together. We're doing all this fuck shit together. We're embracing the suck. You're teaching us. We're learning it. We're all doing it together, right? So we can both understand what's going on here. She says, okay, go on. I say, drill sergeant, I live on the 3rd floor of this barracks building. There is only one way up and one way down of this barracks building. Technically 2 ways, but you got to be disabled to use the elevators. So there's only one way up and one way down. And she says, go on. I say, what is at the bottom of those stairs, drill sergeant? The CQ desk. That's right. And who sits at the CQ desk? You do. Oh, we got it. Yay. You got here so smart. I was like, okay. All right, let's keep going up the stairs. Say somebody, okay, let's do a hypothetical scenario, drill sergeant. Let's say somebody's coming into this barracks room to come and steal my cat, mine specifically, King Ducky's cat specifically. They're targeting mine. So they somehow get past you at the CQ desk, right? So they got to make it up the first flight of stairs to go up to the 1st floor. Because technically, CQ floor and entry floor is like floor 0 for some reason. That's how military works. So they got to go up to the 1st floor. What's sitting at the 1st floor? 1st floor fire guard. You want to know what a fire guard is? it is 2 or 3 new fuck faces who have just come to AIT from basic training. And they are sitting there in shower shoes, PTs, depending on your unit, maybe duty uniforms, depending on how strict they are on that. But most of the time, I was in PTs every time I did fire guard. But they got to make it past these guys. And these guys are told, technically trained, to report on suspicious activity. If they see something fucky going on in the night, they're going to tell, guess who? Drill Sergeant, good job. So they got to make it past them too. Oh, but that's right. I'm on the 3rd floor. And they somehow made it past them too. All right. Guess what's on the 2nd floor after the 2nd flight of stairs? That's right. 2nd floor is fire guard, which most of the time the 2nd floor is females. I don't know why. Even to this day, I'm still confused on that shit. Usually the 2nd floor is females. It goes males, females, males, females, males. It's just the way it goes. So we were just all confused, and it was just the female 2nd floor, and they were doing their thing. They had 2 to 3 privates fucking sitting in there in PTs, shower shoes, doing homework or whatever, right? Practicing for finals, because it was just like fucking college. That's all AIT is college, but with an army sticker put on it, you know? Fucking, it's just Southern New Hampshire University with an Army Strong sticker on it. Oh, I need to make me one of those. Oh, that'd be so fucking. Oh, University of New Mexico, just Army Strong. Okay, but whatever. So they had to make it past the 2nd floor, right? I'm still on the 3rd floor, sleeping like a fucking baby. Unless it's my turn for fire guard, then I'm sitting out there in the fucking middle. But on the 3rd floor, guess what there is? 3rd floor fire guard. That's right. And if this fucker somehow made it past all 3 fire guard stations, which are all meant to contact drill sergeant, and made it past drill sergeant, and now they're at the 3rd floor. They also have to get all the way down the fucking hall, which is one straight line. It's just a straight fucking shot. If someone had a fucking 30-06 and they were standing at one end of the barracks, they could shoot your ass leaving your barracks room on the opposite end of the barracks, if you're on the same floor, of course, with no issue. But why? Because it's a fucking line. There is no concealment and no cover. I digress. So he'd have to make the straight shot all the way down to the barracks, which is like a minute walk each way. Like from the middle to get to one end, it'd be like a minute and a half. It's pretty noticeable. And then guess what? He'd still have to figure out how to get in my fucking room, which were electronically locked and almost impossible to fucking break into. Trust me, I've tried. And he would have to make it into my room, which only me, my 2 other battle buddies, and you have a key to, drill sergeant. So tell me, how in the fuck was my shit not secure? And she was like, Ducky? Yeah, she sucked her teeth. She did the. I'm going to smoke your ass right now. And I was like, no, you're not. Because if you do, I'm going to call the police and I'm going to tell them you're smoking me as retaliation for me saying that you stole my shit for no reason and refusing to give it back. And you're using your authority as a drill sergeant to try and hold my shit hostage to be able to get me to work out more. And she was like, you know what? Here's your shit. Guess what you're doing? I was like, what am I doing? She's like, you're doing guard duty, which guard duty at Fort Gordon meant you get to stand in the middle of the road while everybody runs. So to keep cars from running over you and your battle buddies. And I was like, that's fine. I don't really give a shit. And she was like, all right, here's your shit. I was like, and guess what? I'm going to do it again. And she's like, I dare you to. So guess what I did that very next night? I showed up to roll call and I said, you ready for this, drill sergeant? She says, bring it on, Ducky. I said, okay. Okay. And so I waited up. I waited awake. And I left my wallet, cat card inside it. And everything that was supposed to be in my wallet was in my wallet. I had my headphones case. I had my phone, had my PT belt, had everything that I had on my nightstand the night before on the nightstand with a sticky note that said, eat your fucking heart out, drill sergeant. And I waited up. I sat up. And with my back on my wall, eyes forward, just waiting for this chick to walk in, right? She walks in and I do what I'm supposed to, but I whispered it. I was like, at ease. And she's like, why are you still awake, Boggs? I was like, I was waiting for you. She's like, why the fuck are you waiting for me, drill or fucking private? And And I was like, because I wanted you to see my present I had for you. Let me tell you, this drill sergeant didn't last too long. She rightfully quit in the next couple of days because she also did this same exact thing and stole a bunch of wallets from a bunch of other privates after she realized she couldn't get to me. And I all told them what to say, and they all just told her they were calling the cops. And one of them actually did. So I didn't see much of her anymore after that. But so that's the story on how I got a drill sergeant fired for stealing my shit. With that story being told, don't let anybody fuck you around just because they have power over you. We're adults here, people. I mean, even if you're not an adult, like say you're like a kid in high school and your teacher's using their power or whatever over you, just be like, no, dude, we got fucking rights and this shit's not okay. You're fucking with me and I don't like it. Cause like we're old people and we all just need to breathe. We all need to chillax a minute. We all need to smile. Are you smiling? You better be fucking smiling. Ah! Just a little headphone user warning. But yeah, we all just need to breathe and we all need to smile. We all need to stop using our power. Like, I get it. We've all were bullied in high school. Fucking get over it. My bully literally did the cliche thing. And after he beat the shit out of me in a boys' locker room, which, I mean, that would be a nice story to tell. You guys want a 2-in-1 episode today? Let's do a 2-in-1 episode. I'm having kind of a rough day, so why not? 2-in-1 never hurt nobody. So, time I got beat the fuck up by my bully in high school. I was in Springtown, Texas, right? The middle of bumfuck nowhere. If you've ever heard of Azle, Texas or Keller, Texas, it's about an hour from each of those. So I was in Springtown, Texas, and we were just doing our own thing. I was in gym class. I already had like a bad feeling in my gut, right? I was like, something's not right with today. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but it's weird. I had just purchased an iPhone 3G off of someone earlier that day in between my math class and economics class. I had purchased it and then sold it to my economics teacher for $150 more than I paid for it, just to show him that I could outsmart him. Mr. Gray, if you're still pissed off about that, you're welcome. You got outsmarted by a 14-year-old or 15-year-old. It was just a weird day, you know? And I'm in gym class. I'm listening to music off of my phone because at this time, I was broke bitch. My parents are broke. And so I just played music off of my phone. I didn't own any headphones because in the summers I would work with my dad and my dad did like catalytic converters and stuff. And so my shit was always getting broke. So I didn't have any headphones at the time. But I see CJ and this dude named, I still to this day cannot remember my bully's name. And I couldn't remember it this day either. I swear to God, it's like Dylan or something, but it's probably like Duncan or whatever, right? I see Duncan CJ, which was my best friend in high school before this moment. After this moment, I never talked to his stupid ass again. But I see CJ, Duncan, and like 2 other people, including the shortest kid I've ever seen, all walk to the bathrooms. I was like, all right, they're probably going to go do some drugs or whatever, but fuck it. And I'm still just vibing out to my music. I don't remember what I was listening to back then. I think it was either like Shinedown, Seether, or Skillet when all this shit went down. But that was mainly the most of my playlist. But CJ came up to me and I was going to go get a drink of water from the water fountain. I was like, all right, bro, let's walk and talk. I'm thirsty. So we're walking and talking. And CJ's like, yo, Duncan needs to talk to you in the bathroom. I was like, I already know about this motherfucker. I already know Duncan because I know his girlfriend. His girlfriend is in marching band with me. She's pretty cool. She's one of my friends. Her name is Bailey Olson. She's pretty cool as fuck. She was dating this redneck dude who is kind of a dick. And so I was like, if he wants to talk to me in the bathroom by myself, it's probably for nothing good. He probably wants me to buy something or take something. And I ain't doing that shit. I was like, nah, CJ, I'm good. I told myself, if CJ keeps persisting, this ain't going to end well for me. CJ's like, no, man, he really needs to talk to you in the bathroom. And I was like, all right, you fuck off, CJ. I ain't going in that locker room. And I take off. I start walking. I walk to coach. Because the one thing you're told in high school is if you feel like something bad's about to go down, tell a teacher to help you out, right? Not in Springtown, fucking Texas. Not in a fucking fairy's dust chance. Fucking pigs will be fucking the flying fat woman after this. You know, this is a very explicit episode. It's been a rough day. So I go up to coach and I say, yo, coach, I feel like I'm about to get my ass kicked. coach says, go in swinging. I'm like, go in swinging? What do you mean? He's like, go in there and start swinging your fucking arms and hope that you make it out of there. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to not get in trouble. So I say, fuck it. Coach ain't gonna do nothing. I walk down the hall to the rent-a-cop. I say, yo, Officer Carrollton, who he is in jail now for taking out one of the color guard girls for cookies and cream time. I think it was more just cream time, but he's in jail now. I actually worked at the jail he's at. I kind of thought it was funny. Who's wearing the badge now, motherfucker? So I went to the rent-a-cop and I was like, yo, I'm about to get my ass kicked. He said, go in swinging. I'm like, all right, these motherfuckers. I was like, all right. I went to the principal. I said to the secretary, I said, ma'am, I need to speak with the principal. Something bad's about to go down. She said, okay, sweetheart, let me get you right down in there. So we walked in the principal's office. I sat down and I said, Mr. Principal, I'm about to get my ass kicked. And guess what he said? I shit you not. Guess what he said? He said, go in swinging. You know what I said? I said, all right, motherfuckers, but if I get hurt, it's on you. So I walk all the way to the opposite end of the school and I go into the men's locker room. And then as I'm going into the men's locker room, I keep an eye on the door because I'm like, if shit goes down, I need to get the fuck out of here. But as soon as that door closes, the biggest motherfucker I have ever seen stands in front of the door. I'm like, oh, fuck. In my head, right? I'm not saying that out loud. I'm cool. I'm all calm and collected. I'm ready to go, right? Then I turn around and there's fucking Dylan or Duncan, whatever the fuck his name is. It starts with a D. I can't call him Big D because it's just weird. Dylan. We're going to call him Dylan from now on. So Dylan's over there sitting by the lockers, right? Evil villain style too. He's just sitting there, phone in hand, legs crossed. He's like, so, Ducky, I hear you're stealing headphones now, huh? I was like, stealing what? I was like, did you not see my broke ass sitting just listening to my phone in the gym? Did you see me with headphones? If I stole some headphones, do you think I'd have some headphones? And as I was saying that, this man, within a matter of seconds, gets up, cocks back, and fucking punches me right in the fucking mouth, right? He got me good one time. And then I fucking stumbled back and he came in for a second one, shattered my glasses into my face, right? Cut up under my eye, on my nose, under my other eye. And I was just fucking bleeding everywhere. And Duncan, Dylan, whatever the fuck I said I was going to name him, starts freaking the fuck out. He starts telling everybody. He's like, yo, we got to get the fuck out of here. Ducky is dying. I'm like, I ain't dying, motherfucker. I'm just laying here. This shit hurt, asshole. And as he runs out, right, I just lay there for a second. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I didn't steal any fucking headphones, right? Pretty much, right? I'm just laying there and Hamilton runs in. He's the short guy I was telling you guys about. He's a real cool guy. I had a really huge crush on his sister. His sister's name was Whisper. So he walks in. He's like, yo, Ducky, are you okay, man? I was like, do I look like I'm okay? And at this point, I didn't know I was bleeding. Right? I had no idea. I just thought my face hurt. My glasses shattered. I was like, fuck. And so I try to pick up all the pieces of my glasses that I can, but I can't really see. I felt something dripping on my face and I thought it was sweat. So I wiped my face off of my hand. And then I went to go like wipe off the mirror because the mirror was just covered in sweat because somebody used it to shower. So, or not sweat, condensation. So I wipe it off and all I could see is like a trail of red where my hand was wiping. And I was like, oh no. And Hamilton's like, yeah, you didn't notice? And I was like, no, man. He's like, it's all over your phone. Your phone is covered in blood. I look at my phone and Hamilton's right. It looks like I just dipped my phone in barbecue sauce. Like this shit's crazy. Before I continue on, I will tell you guys another little side story. My mom used to substitute teach at the high school me and my sister went to. Just saying. That's the end of that. So I walk out of the locker room and I'm like, all right, I'm bleeding. It's probably not that bad, even though there was a lot of fucking blood. I was like, all right, I'm bleeding. I need to go to the nurse's office. So I start walking down to the nurse's office, and the way that I get to the nurse's office was there was 2 separate hallways. So let me lay out this school in your mind's eye. So where I was a small little like 5x5 hallway, right? And then to the left of me were doors to go into the gymnasiums. And then on the other side of the gymnasiums were another thing of like 5x5 hallways that led to the front office, the nurse's office, the cafeteria, all that shit. And the main entrances to the classroom hallways. But all the way down the hallway that I was on was the gymnasium doors, the locker room doors, the laundry room doors. And at the very end of the hallway, it breaks off into the English hallway going like in like a little intersection. Right at the end of the hallway was my favorite English teacher that I've ever had at the end of that hallway. I start walking down and to go turn left and then fucking go to the nurse's office to get a fucking Band-Aid from a boo-boo that I got on my face. Well, like I said, it was a lot of blood. So I just started dripping blood all over these white tiles and I'm limping and I'm not walking pretty straight because I just got punched in the face by a big ass dude named Duncan and or Dylan. I'm laughing because I can't remember this fucker's name. But I'm walking down the hallway, dripping blood everywhere. And next thing I see coming into the window of the English room of my favorite English teacher is not my English teacher. No, but my mom, who happens to look down the gym hallway for some fucking reason and sees me. And now she's terrified. And that's why I got mad at her for looking, because she got scared. And to me, I'm perfectly fine. I just got a little boo-boo as far as I know. So I was like, Mom, chill, because she dropped her books, everything. She is booking it, making a whole scene, all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, I'm not bleeding that bad. I am okay, Mom. She takes a picture of my face and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you should probably freak out because I'm going to start freaking out in about 2 seconds because my face is cut the fuck up, right? I am so fucked up. And then the gym teacher comes running out the class or coming out the gym as I'm halfway down this hallway. He's like, Boggs, where you going? And I turn around. He says, oh, shit. And he's like, never mind. And he goes back into the gym. And then my mom and we walk down to the nurse's office and the janitor's walking behind us just with a mop, cleaning up all this blood. And then we walk past the rent-a-cop because he usually sits out in front of the nurse's office unless he's doing his cookies and cream time with a young lady in color guard. And he's like, oh, shit. He's like, you didn't swing, did you? I was like, I didn't have time, officer. And then we go into the nurse's office and he starts taking pictures, right? He's like, I'm not going to keep these pictures forever. I'm just using them for the investigation. I was like, investigation? No, dude, it was fucking Dylan, right? He said I stole his headphones, but I don't even own a pair of headphones. You can ask my mom. She's right here. He takes all his pictures and he fucks off. Then my dad shows up. He's like, what the fuck happened? I was like, he kicked my ass for headphones. I don't even own headphones. And then my dad took me to the hospital and make sure nothing was broken. Nothing was broken. I was just cut the fuck up. It was fine. I go back to school the next day and Dylan Duncan's not there. And I'm like, hey, I ask Haley because she is in same classes as him. And she's also in a couple classes with me. And I also had a crush on her as well. And I was like, Haley, you know I haven't a Duncan, Dylan? And she was like, yeah, no, he went to jail because he had a gun and a knife in his locker and a note saying that if he didn't kill you in that locker room, he was going to kill you at the bus stop. So he's in jail right now, right? This isn't where it ends. He comes back to school like 8 months later. And when he finally shows up to school, he hunts me down, right? And he says, yo, it's my nerd. And for the rest of the school year, that asshole would follow me and he'd be like, yo, this is my nerd. If anyone touches my nerd, I will kill you. And I will say nobody but him bullied me throughout the rest of high school. But what the fuck? This isn't some fucking movie. Bullies don't have nerds. I'm not your fucking nerd, right? But this still isn't the end of it. I graduated high school a year and a half before this guy did. So I'm just vibing. I got a job at Walmart. I completely forgot about this guy, right? A year into working at Walmart, I'm stocking shelves, vibing, having a blast, doing my own thing. Got headphones in now. I paid for my own headphones. Can y'all believe it? So I got my headphones in. I'm vibing, stocking shelves at Walmart. Guess who walks up? Dylan Duncan. He walks up and he's like, is that fucking Ducky? Yo, Ducky, yo, Ducky. I hear him yelling at the end of the fucking aisle. And I'm like, what is this motherfucker? Duncan Dylan? Like I said, I'm saying both names because I don't remember which one it was. And it's like a shotgun blast. One of them's right. And he's like, yo, this is my nerd. And he had like 4 people with him too. I'm like, who are you? They don't know who I am. He was like, no, they actually do. I talk about you all the fucking time. I kicked your ass because I thought you were flirting with my girlfriend. And I was like, no, the reason you gave me was I stole your headphones. He's like, no, you didn't steal my headphones. I was just mad at somebody that day and I just took it out on you. I was like, motherfucker, you went to jail for that shit? He's like, yeah, no, the gun wasn't for you. It was for somebody else. So I don't know why everyone was saying it was for you. And yeah, so that motherfucker lives in my head rent free now. Thank you. I think about that shit all the fucking time. No matter how long you wait or how far you get, you will always run into people you recognize from the beginning of your life. That is how fucked and how small this world is. You will always run into somebody, no matter how far you get from them. I believe that is my time. Thank you guys very much. I know that has been a fucking wild ride of stories. Fucking getting punched in the face and bleeding everywhere and stalking bullies and then a thieving drill sergeant. I mean, what kind of podcast would it be if we didn't have an emotional roller coaster ride of story, right? I really appreciate you guys listening into this week's episode. You guys are amazing. And I would like to say, Jeff, what a beautiful beard you're growing. I mean, seriously, it looks like you've been taking care of that thing for months and it is coming out perfectly as you want it. I would love some tips, please. My beard sucks.